Alright, so we all know what's going on with the whole PR Stam bet thing, right? Um, they made a bet. PR lost. We're supposed to send Stam a jersey. Instead, sent him a box full of garbage. This prompted Stam to get very upset to the point of having a vote to decide who should leave YouTube, PR or Stam. Well, what I did is I had a vote of my own, and I wanted people to decide whether Stam's move to hold a vote was really cool or really dumb. So everybody voted, and here are the results. You get the idea. What's up, everybody? Giant Steps TV coming at you. Now rolling with the BBWC, so shout out to those guys. Tailgate 365, I talked about that in my last video, put it up again this week. It's basically, I think of it as like a cracked out Facebook for sports fans. I mean, a lot of cool stuff on there. You can upload photos, blog, articles, all sorts of social networking stuff. It's a really cool site, so check that out, tailgate365.com. Alright, so obviously when I was planning to make my video this weekend, the events of yesterday still hadn't happened, so it's kind of thrown me a little bit, but definitely going to talk about Plaxico in a minute here. But before I do that, I just got to talk about some of this TTC stuff that's been going on. I mean, you got the PR stand thing, first of all, and it's really a shame because I thought that was a hilarious gag, sending the guy a box of garbage, but it has become progressively lamer with these two guys bitching back and forth at each other, and like, I don't know, it's really a shame. But like, Stam, lighten up, man. I mean, holding a vote to see who leaves YouTube, that's pretty dumb. And PR, and I guess Stam again too, you know, if you're gonna make bets, you gotta honor your bets, okay? Whether it be a hat, a jersey, a festive Christmas ornament, I don't care. But, you know, there's got to be honor among football fans here in TTC. So that's my take on that. You know, funny, now it sucks. And just man up and handle your business, guys, okay? And the other thing I wanted to talk about was the PH Cop Hizzle rap battle. I thought that was hilarious. Like, you know, Cop issues his challenge, and then PH posts this video like, battle me in a rap, son. Rap battle the PH. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, wow, this guy must be a killer MC, right? So, you know, I check out his stuff, and he's like talking like he's the rap king, and then Cop Hizzle posts his thing, does his thing. You know, it was fine. It was great, and I'm expecting, you know, the rap king PH to come back with like some just lyrical obliteration, and he comes back and I listen to his song, and it's like 2 minutes, and he's like, yo, shout out to John and Steve, and you know, props to Cop Hizzle, haha, and that's like half the song. So I'm thinking to myself, what the dude, you're gonna challenge this guy and come back with something weak like that? I mean, dude, talking too much smack here, my man. You're talking like you're the rap king. And I figure the only reason you can claim that is because I don't see many other people making rap videos in the TTC. I mean, it's like, it'd be like this. It'd be like, oh, shit, saxophone king of the TTC. Yeah, what? No one plays saxophone like me. Word. Who wants to have a sax battle? Yeah. No, I mean, it's ridiculous. And so, I really thought the whole thing was kind of weak on the PH's part. And, you know, dude, I know the rap thing's getting a little tired, but if you want to battle one-on-one, name the place. Rap king, rap novice, maybe there'll be a rap revolution. Alright, anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. Let's talk a little football. Of course, yesterday, that was shocking news to me, really. The release of Plaxico Burress. I didn't think that was a situation or a possible outcome for this situation. You know, his trial was postponed, and perhaps, you know, part of the impetus behind releasing him was the fact that the Giants didn't want to have that uncertainty going into the draft. But, you know, the more I read, the more I watched, the more I listened, I just got the impression that it was like he wasn't doing, he wasn't showing that he was changing. He was being very stubborn in contract negotiations, very stubborn in trying to get back some of the money the Giants took from him last season. And you know what? I think Jerry Reese, Tom Coughlin, the Maras, the Tisches, I think they just got frustrated with it and decided enough was enough. So, you know, it's a shame to lose a player of that caliber, but what more of a choice do we have? I mean, this guy is probably going to jail. I mean, whether we like it or not, this guy, you know, you can argue about the nature of the crime or whatever, but this guy illegally brought a weapon into a public place. And you know what? People say he didn't hurt anybody else. He's lucky. He just shot himself. Well, yeah, he is lucky. You know what I mean? Like, this gun could have gone off. It could have killed a teammate. Could have killed somebody else. And you know what I mean? It's like it's not a question of what happened. It's just the negligence and stupidity of this guy in bringing a unlicensed gun into a place, stored unsafely. I mean, he had like the safety off, tucked in his sweatpants. I mean, yeah, okay, great. What kind of freaking rocket scientist does that? So, you know, Burress is out of the picture now, and while I am a little shocked, I think Jerry Reese and company definitely have a plan. And, you know, we'll see what happens with it. But certainly it frees up some cap room, and I personally think we got to trade for a big number one guy who's out there already, because people can say, oh, let's get Hakeem Nicks or Kenny Britt or whoever. You're not going to draft a number one receiver right away, especially the bottom of the first round. I mean, how rare is that? I feel like most of NFL receivers have a big adjustment period when they get to the pros. I mean, you look at the Giants' past experience. They've drafted some high pedigree guys come out of college, and all of them have struggled to adjust. I mean, Steve Smith has really come into his own, but it took him most of a season because he was dealing with injuries and stuff. So I think people who have been clamoring to draft a receiver in the first round are kind of overlooking something. We don't need another receiver. We need a number one receiver. And I don't think we're going to get that, or we were going to get that in the draft. So, you know, personally, I figure we got to trade, and I'd like to see Anquan Bolden wearing big blue. Braylon Edwards is the other name being thrown around, but of those two, I definitely prefer Bolden. A couple other things just to touch on real quick. The Jay Cutler trade. My buddy's a Chicago Bears fan, and he was pretty pumped about it. It's not often a franchise quarterback is traded. And I know the Bears haven't had one for 20-plus years. So they gave up a lot, but I think both teams benefit, actually. That's it. The draft countdown is going on strong on Giant Steps blog. Thank you to everybody. The site's really starting to pick up a little bit, and I'm very excited about that. I've got a poll question up asking what the Giants should do with their number one pick, so go check out the blog and vote. Got my first position preview up last weekend on the offensive line, giving people an idea of some names to keep an eye out for. This week I'm going to do secondary, so please check the blog out and keep an eye out for that. Maybe I'll have a video preview up tomorrow. And yeah, post your comments, subscribe to the channel, to the blog. As for the blog, you can subscribe via email. There's an RSS feed you can get, and if you're a regular user of Blogger, you can also become a follower of the blog. So that's going to do it for me, the Giant Steps off-season report number 3, and be good, everybody. Peace.